Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, a scare at the Fargo water treatment plant this morning. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Stanwood. Emergency crews responded to a reported explosion and possible chemical cloud around 10:15. Firefighters determined the call was related to construction workers blowing dust out of a line, and there was no emergency. A Fargo Fire Battalion chief says a construction worker called it in initially and that there were many workers doing different parts of the project. He says there were no chemicals involved and no injuries. The Fargo water treatment plant is being expanded to increase capacity and water quality. The project is expected to be completed in 2018. A massive manhunt is underway today after another tragedy for Texas law enforcement. A sheriff's deputy was shot and killed early this morning at his home just outside of Austin. The Travis County Sheriff says Sergeant Craig Hutchinson was found early today in the backyard of his home in the city of Round Rock. The officer used his law enforcement radio to call for help. Police say it appears Hutchinson interrupted an attempted robbery and that there's no indication that the 32-year-old veteran was targeted because of his profession. The FBI is confirming today that it's investigating a hack into the Democratic National Committee. Fallout over the emails led DNC chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign yesterday. It comes as Democrats take back the spotlight this week, the start of their 4-day national convention. Don Champion has the latest from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia.
A rocky start to the DNC for Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Everybody settle down, please.
The embattled and resigning DNC chair was shouted down during a breakfast by members of her own delegation.
We know that the voices in this room that are standing up and being disruptive, we know that that's not the Florida that we know.
The Florida Congresswoman is stepping aside as chair after leaked emails suggested that rather than staying neutral, she had favored Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders during the primaries. At a time when the DNC is trying to show unity, the shakeup has dominated headlines. But the Clinton campaign is hoping tonight's all-star lineup will refocus the convention. Senator Sanders is scheduled to speak, so is First Lady Michelle Obama and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. The newest CBS News poll now shows Clinton and Donald Trump tied at 42%, with Trump getting a slight bump after last week's Republican convention. Don Champion, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Clinton's campaign manager has suggested the Russian government might be behind the email leak in an effort to support Trump's presidential bid. And the sun is out this Monday afternoon, so how high will their temperatures rise? Let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn. Robert?
It's already a warm one out there, just going to get warmer still as we head through the rest of the afternoon and on into the evening. Right now, temperatures under mostly sunny skies, a mix of some 70s and some 80s. We'll top out in the 80s and maybe even a few low 90s across portions of the Southern Valley. Right now, 82 here in Fargo as well as in Valley City, 86 in Sisseton, 79 Devils Lake, Langdon, Roseau, Crookston, Bemidji, and Fergus Falls. Winds primarily out of the south, and they'll continue out of the south today around 5 to 15 miles per hour with an occasional stronger gust. Hardly a cloud in the sky when you look at the satellite, and with hardly a cloud in the sky, you guessed it, no precipitation out there, none anticipated as we head through the rest of the day today. Going to show you the first 2 days of that 7-day forecast today. Gorgeous, but on the warm side tomorrow, a bit more humid. Temperatures a touch cooler, but we will have that chance for some late day showers and thunderstorms. More details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Robert. We have a couple of road construction changes starting today we need to tell you about. In West Fargo, crews are moving the concrete paving operation to the east end of the Main Avenue work zone. The 6th Street intersection reopens, but the 8th Street and Main intersection is closing. And over on Highway 10 in Minnesota, drivers will run into intermittent lane closures in Glendon today as crews do prep work for next summer's project. Highway officials experts say the closures are to last until about 3 p.m. A developing story out of downtown Fargo. Charges are possible against 2 teenage boys after police were called out to Dyke West Park overnight. That's on reports of someone with a gun. Officers found the two juveniles with airsoft guns near Dyke West and spent about an hour searching for damage. Police tell Valley News Live the teens were detained and later released to their parents. Also developing, police are looking for a man who crashed a stolen vehicle into a parked car this morning and took off running. It happened around 4:30 along 14th Street South in Fargo between 6th and 7th Avenues. A K-9 team was brought in to search but did not find the suspect. Police say alcohol appears to be a factor in the crash of a car into a tree over the weekend, seriously injuring both people in the car. West Fargo police say it happened just after midnight Sunday in the 500 block of 7th Avenue West. They say the driver of the pickup, 24-year-old Lucas Soberg of Fargo, ran off the road while going around a curve and then hit a tree. Soberg and his passenger, Dylan Lehman of Purim, Minnesota, were transported to the hospital with serious injuries. Charges are pending against Soberg. Two people from the Fargo area are dead after a crash in the Northern Valley. It happened Saturday night on Highway 59 near Thief River Falls. The Minnesota State Patrol says 33-year-old Michael Buckley of Fargo was driving on County Road 3 when he went through a stop sign and hit a van driven by 27-year-old Rachel Pierce of Andover, Minnesota. Buckley and one of his passengers, 25-year-old Amber Danzian of West Fargo, were killed. A 1-year-old in their car was seriously injured. Pierce and two children in the van were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Breaking news this noon, the governing body of World Aquatics has banned 7 Russian swimmers from the Rio Olympics over doping violations. This as the athletes arrive in Rio for the Summer Games. The governing group says the Russian synchronized swimming team, divers, and the women's water polo team are still eligible to participate because they have not been implicated in the ongoing doping scandal. 2 people are dead and 16 injured after a shooting early this morning at a Florida nightclub. Police say gunfire erupted at a teen party in Fort Myers. Those victims ranging in ages from 12 to 27. As Hina Daniels reports, authorities are trying to figure out what led to a deadly shooting.
The incident at the Fort Myers nightclub occurred shortly after midnight. Authorities responding to the altercation at Club Blue say they located more than a dozen victims with gunshot wounds at the scene. The club had been hosting a teen party at the time. One witness described the scene as a madhouse, while another who lives nearby reported hearing about 30 gunshots from multiple guns. This woman says her daughter was at the club when the shooting broke out.
I just thank God that my daughter is okay because she could have been shot. Her dodging bullets and running, dropping between cars, it's ridiculous that these kids have to go through this. They can't enjoy themselves.
Following the incident, police took 3 people into custody for questioning. They also investigated another shooting incident at a residence in which 1 person was injured. Officials are encouraging drivers to avoid the area as the investigation continues to unfold. Hina Daniels, CBS News.
Hospital officials say 4 of the victims are still in the hospital. All others were released and treated. A wildlife park in China is closed after a tourist was killed by a tiger. Part of the attack was caught on surveillance video. But we want to warn you, some viewers may find this image disturbing. It happened Saturday during a safari tour in Beijing. A woman gets out of a car after it stops in the tiger enclosure. She then walks to the driver's side door and then it opens. And while she's talking to the driver, a tiger attacks her from behind and drags her off. A man and another woman in the car jump out of the car to try to save the woman. And it was that woman who was killed by another tiger. The woman who was dragged away from the car was seriously injured. An American automaker is going high-tech big time. Coming up, when all of your Ford selections will be ready for your smartphone. But next, we have weather to plan your day.